Whether you're looking to redecorate an existing home or moving into a new one, interior decorating really can be a challenge. And today I'm with Esther at Ashley Furniture HomeStore, and she's going to give us the tips you need to fill those spaces up. So how do we get started?
Well, I know it sounds like an overwhelming task, but the first thing you're wanting to do is take a look at the space that you've got.
Okay.
The size of the room, and then you're going to want to look at the dimensions.
Okay.
So once you've got that, that's a good start, and then you go to your usage of the room. So what are we going to do in that room? Are kids going to play, or are we going to be entertaining in there, or, you know, just what is it being used for?
Should we tackle one room at a time when we're doing this, or?
Certainly, because it would be very overwhelming if you had the whole house and like, my gosh, what am I going to do?
Right.
So definitely take one room at a time and then focus on that room and then go from there.
Okay.
So after you've done that, you're going to want to choose a color or a scheme or some sort of a theme that you would want to say this would look wonderful in here. If you're one of those that doesn't like color, then go with a smooth color of palettes that are very neutral, and you can still be happy with a splash of a pillow here and there.
So what do you think people should look at? Modern colors, or does it make more sense to try and, you know, remain more neutral so that it's a long lasting?
Well, see, and that's an individual thing.
Okay.
You may have someone that's really into the country, or somebody that's doing a cabin, versus someone who's got a coastal home that maybe wants to go into the ocean, beautiful blues and sand colors.
Okay.
So it just totally depends on the person and the kind of home that they want.
Okay. So where do things like texture and fabric and things like that come into play?
Well, when you're doing a selection for the furniture, you're obviously going to want to decide you know, the type of furniture. If you're wanting leather, which has obviously got a smooth finish, what we're sitting on here is a corduroy microfiber, so that's very soft and smooth. So determining the you're going to want a little bit of smooth, a little bit of soft, a little bit of texture, rugs. That it all determines a good combination in the room.
Okay. So Esther, what are some of the things I need to think about when I'm selecting the actual pieces of furniture for the room?
Well, of course, you've got the space, and so you need to know what size.
Okay.
There's a lot of sofas that are very big, and then there might be other rooms that are obviously very small, where maybe you don't want a sofa, you maybe just want 2 chairs.
Right. Put them in too big, it's going to make the room feel even smaller.
Right, right. So definitely determine the size of the room will determine the size of this furniture that you're putting in there.
Okay.
And then, of course, the style of furniture, if you're contemporary or traditional, most people know what kind of lines they like in a furniture just by looking at it.
Sure.
Going, I don't like that, but I do like this.
Right.
So.
Okay. I think one of the most important things is that people, they want to personalize a room. So things that say, this is my house, this is my room. So
Right.
how do you put those things in?
Well, then you're just picking out things of family pictures or trophies or something that was inherited that would personalize the room in that sense. But in saying that, too, if someone was, say, looking at wanting to stage their home, say, for sale, you would want to depersonalize it, because for other people to relate to that home or that room,
right,
you don't want to have a bunch of family pictures of the dog and everything else in there, because perhaps those people don't like dogs.
Okay. Okay. Sure,
You know, so, you know,
good point. Good
just
point.
just putting in your own personal taste is definitely an important part of making the room your home.
Right. Sometimes when you walk in a room, it feels like it's kind of busy. How do you get things kind of broken up so you don't get that feeling?
Well, again, going back to the space that you have, when you've got furniture placed in there, then you're going to want to look around. Every once in a while, you need to have a resting space, excuse me. And I think that when people are looking at that, they're going to say, you know, I don't want a lot of clutter. A lot of people have a tendency to collect a lot of things. And in this store here, we have a lot of things that, you know, are overwhelming. So you don't want to necessarily stage it that way. We put a lot in here, but simplify it if you can.
Right.
But put your personal taste in here and there.
So what can I bring to the designer when I come to the store to help with the process?
Well, it's helpful sometimes when somebody has working with a home, they actually have a house plan. If
Okay.
you're really starting from square one on a new home, that's great. Other times just pictures are helpful to a salesperson looking at that, and someone with design background that can help selections on, you know, something that you may be looking for.
And if I have a piece of furniture that maybe I want to add with other furniture.
Bring a pillow.
Okay.
Bring a pillow.
So you can see it.
Something or a piece of fabric or something that would coordinate with what you already have.
Okay. All right. Well, for the really design challenge, what else can Ashley?
Well, I'll tell you what. We have some great room packages starting at less than $1,000, and there you can select a number of rugs, lamps, furniture pieces, and they're all right there. And you just pick your favorite color. You pick your favorite lamp. and then you put it all together and it's done.
All right, I like that. That makes it really easy. Well, thanks for all these design tips. And if you're design challenged like myself, Ashley Furniture HomeStore would be happy to give you a hand in making those selections. Thanks.
Thank you.